Troy McDonald with Coldwell Banker here today. Today I want to talk to you about Florida's homestead laws. They are a wonderful protection that every homeowner in the state of Florida is entitled to. It's enshrined in our Constitution, and I want to just talk to you about it and how it affects you as a homeowner. We have a lot of people moving to the state of Florida right now, and many states do not have the protections that the state of Florida does. So let's just start with the kind of the purpose of the homestead law. Florida's homestead law is designated to protect homeowners from losing their primary residence due to hard financial times or the claims of certain creditors. The law ensures that a person's home is up to a certain value, cannot be forcibly sold to satisfy debts with few exceptions. So one of the things about the homestead law, and we'll get back into this, is that it protects your home from creditors. It protects spouses that have been widowed or are widowers. It protects minor children so that they have a place to live. So let's talk about the tax benefits of the homestead law. Right now, there's currently up to $50,000 exemption under Florida's homestead law for homeowners off their assessed value. So the first $25,000 of the property's assessed value is exempt from all property taxes, and another $25,000 is exempt from non-school taxes, potentially providing up to $50,000 in exemptions. So depending on the value of your home, and quite frankly right now with the value of pretty much every home in the state of Florida right now, $50,000 of exemptions are out there for homeowners. That is a nice little savings taken off of your taxes every year. So let's talk about the credit protections. The law protects homeowners from having their homes taken away by general creditors, whether the homeowner is facing bankruptcy or not. So if you get behind on a credit card or if you get involved in some sort of lawsuit and there's a judgment against you, they cannot force the sale of your home if you have homestead. That does not protect you from a bank foreclosure or a lien foreclosure or from a contractor, possibly, or an HOA, for example. But it does protect you. One of the probably most important protections of homestead is under the homestead exemption, protections for surviving spouse and minor children after the death of a homeowner. The law restricts the ways the property can be willed away to ensure they are not left without a residence. So that is very important. You know, a lot of times, especially here in the state of Florida, we see second marriages, and somebody will buy a house and it'll be their homestead, and there'll be a second marriage. The primary owner will pass away. But the spouse will not lose their home because they're protected under the homestead. The other family members cannot sell it out from under them if it falls under the homestead protection. So I think that's probably one of the more important aspects of homestead. Bankruptcy implications. If a Florida homeowner declares bankruptcy, the homestead law can be particularly beneficial. The unlimited monetary protection means that irrespective of the home's value, it is generally safe from unsecured creditors. And this goes back. Secured creditors can foreclose on a home. You know, that's your bank mortgage, your home equity line, HOA, certain types of HOA or contractor liens. So here's one of the important parts. Now, you just don't get homestead by buying a home. You need to establish it. You have to, once you go buy a home, if it's your primary residence, it has to be your primary residence. You have to be a permanent resident of the state of Florida. Then you go to the property appraiser's office and you apply for homestead. And I believe that has to be done by, I think, March 1st. And this is also important, another thing. If you have homestead at one residence, you sell it and you move, then you do need to apply for homestead for your new residence. But here's another great thing, and we're going to have another video on this, homestead portability. I look forward to talking about homestead portability on a future video. And what homestead portability does is it saves that all those years of where taxes didn't go up because you had homestead. You can take that and transfer that savings to another home. That's one of the, and probably one of the more important things that I probably left out is the tax rate. So the assessed value. The assessed value cannot go up more than 3% a year if you have homestead. So generally, it doesn't go up 3% anyways, but if you look at non-homestead properties, we've seen double-digit increases in property values the last few years. Homestead property, the assessed value is going up no more than 3%. I'll give you an example. I personally sold a home recently, and my taxes were based on what I paid for the home basically in 1999, not what it was valued at in 2023. And so the longer you live in your home, the better savings you have. And with Florida's homestead portability provisions, you can transfer that savings onto a new home to help you change as your life changes and you want to downsize, or if you need to update because your family's gotten bigger, your family's gotten smaller, you want a condo, you want a townhome, whatever it is, you have those options out there. So there has been some controversy over the homestead laws, I will tell you that. Some of the criticisms are there have been notorious people that have moved to the state of Florida and bought a homestead property to protect themselves and their assets from large financial judgments, people in business and celebrities and so forth. But those are rare and they're few and far between. But the economic benefits to every homeowner that the homestead law brings, the protection that it brings to each homeowner and their families, outweighs any of the downsides that may be out there. So in conclusion, if you're a permanent resident of the state of Florida, make sure you sign up for your homestead, get your homestead exemption, start getting those protections in place for your permanent residents. If you're looking to buy or sell a home and you want to find out the value, or if you want to find out more about homestead or anything real estate, please feel free to give me a call. My name is Troy McDonald. My telephone number is 772-260-9458. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I'll put a link to my blog regarding Florida Homestead in the comments of any of those social media sites where I'm putting this video on. Again, Troy McDonald, Coldwell Banker, 772-260-9458.